Okay, so we're done in extracting the square roots. We will be moving to the next method, which is factoring. Some quadratic equations which cannot be solved by extracting the square roots can be solved by factoring. Factoring is rewriting an expression as the product of its factors. If the quadratic trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 can be factored into two binomial factors, we can apply the zero-factor theorem to solve for its roots. So a zero-factor theorem, the product of real number is 0 if at least one of the factors is equal to 0. In symbols, if a and b are real numbers, then the product of a and b is equal to 0 if, look, so di ba every number we multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. So meaning in this case, the product of a and b will be 0 if and only if at least one of them is 0. So it could be a is 0 since 0 times b is equal to 0, or b is 0 since a times 0 is equal to 0, or both of them are 0. So we have 0 times 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so steps in solving quadratic equation by factoring. First step is to rewrite the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, which is our standard form. Next is to factor the left side of the equation. And the third one, apply a zero-factor theorem by equating each factor by 0. Let's try. So first example, we have 2x squared equals negative 4x. First step is to rewrite the equation in this form. So transpose natin si negative 4x sa left side. So we will be having 0 in this right side. So we have 2x squared plus 4x equals 0. Next, factor the left side of the equation. So we will be finding the factors of 2x squared plus 4x. And 2x squared and 4x have common monomial factor which is 2x, right? So, divide natin. 2x squared divided by 2x is x, and 4x divided by 2x, we have positive 2 is equal to 0. So, meaning these are the two factors of our equation, 2x and quantity x plus 2. Next step is to apply zero-factor theorem by equating each factor by 0. So again, first factor natin we have, 2x. So we have 2x is equal to 0. Other factor natin is quantity x plus 2. So we have x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then, simplify natin to. To find x, divide both sides by 2. So we have 2x divided by 2 is x. And 0 divided by 2 is 0. Next, we have x plus 2 equals 0. Transpose lang natin si 2, positive 2 sa right side. So, we will be having x is equal to negative 2. Therefore, the rules of the equation are 0 and negative 2. Again, we may check our answers by substitution. So, first, we have x is equal 0. Substitution, we have 2 times 0 squared is equal to negative 4 times 0. And we have 2 times 0 is equal to negative 4 times 0. 2 times 0 is obviously 0 and negative 4 times 0 is also 0. So, ibig sabihin, na-satisfy niya yung equation. Next, what if x is equal to negative 2? Again, substitution tayo. We have 2 times negative 2 squared is equal to negative 4 times negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. So, we have 2 times 4 is equal to negative 4 times negative 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And negative 4 times negative 2 is also 8. So, again, nasatisfy ni negative 2 yung equation natin. Okay, next example, we have quantity x minus 3 times quantity x plus 4 equals 0. Again, our first step is to rewrite the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And the second step is to factor the left side of the equation. But, as what we may have noticed, the equation is already in its factored form. So, meaning, hindi na natin kailangan gawin yung first and second step. Proceed na tayo sa third step, which is applying the zero-factor theorem. Again, we have two factors here, x minus 3 and x plus 4. First, we have x minus 3 is equal to 0. X minus 3 equals 0 is simply x equals 3. Tinranspose lang natin yung negative 3 sa right side. Next factor, we have x plus 4. So we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. Simply, we have x is equal to negative 4. Therefore, the roots of the equation are 3 and negative 4. Again, we may check our answer. Substitute lang natin si 3 sa equation kung siya ba talaga ay roots ng equation na yon. So, we have 3 quantity 3 minus 3 times quantity 3 plus 4 equals 0. So, we have 3 minus 3 is 0 and 3 plus 4 is 7. So, we have 0 times 7 is 0, which is correct. Next, how about x is equal to negative 4? Again, substitution. We have negative 4 minus 3 quantity, and quantity negative 4 plus 4 equals 0. So, negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7, and negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Negative 7 times 0 is obviously 0, and 0 is equal to 0. Correct. Last example, we have quantity x plus 2 times quantity x minus 7 is equal to 22. So, unlike the previous example, this time, hindi 0 yung nasa right side natin. May 22 siya. So, first step is to simplify the left side. By using FOIL method, we have x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. 2 times x, we have positive 2x. And 2 times negative 7, we have negative 14 is equal to 22. So, this time, punta na tayo sa first step natin, which is rewriting the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So, we have x squared. We have negative 7x plus 2x is negative 5x. Then, we have negative 14. Transpose natin si 22 sa left side. We will be having negative 22 equals 0. Simplifying, we have x squared minus 5x, negative 14 minus 22 is negative 36 equals 0. Next step is to factor the left side of the equation. So, we have x squared minus 5x minus 36 equals 0. We will be now using the AC check method. So, dito, AC, we will be having the product of A and C. Our A is 1 and our C is negative 36. So, 1 times negative 36 is negative 36. And this side, we have B. Our B here is negative 5. So, we will be finding two numbers that when we multiply them, the product is negative 36. And when we add them, the sum is negative 5. Again, two numbers, product is negative 36 and sum is negative 5. And those numbers are negative 9 and positive 4. So let us check. Negative 9 times 4 is negative 36 and negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. So meaning, factored form of this equation is quantity x minus 9 times quantity x plus 4 equals 0. Next, we will be moving to our third step, which is applying the zero factor theorem. So again, first factor natin is x minus 9. So we have x minus 9 is equal to 0. Simply, x is equal to 9. Second factor, we have x plus 4 is equal to 0. So our x here is negative 4. Meaning, the roots of the equation are 9 and negative 4. So again, we may check our answer by substitution. When x is equal to 9, so we have quantity 9 plus 2 times quantity 9 minus 7 is equal to 22. 9 plus 2 is 11 and 9 minus 7 is 2. And 11 times 2 is 22, which is correct. Next, if x is negative 4, so we have quantity negative 4 plus 2 and quantity quantity negative 4 minus 7 is equal to 22. So, negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2 and negative 4 minus 7 is negative 11. And negative 2 times negative 11 is positive 22, which is also equal to 22. That's all for today. We're done discussing the first two methods of solving quadratic equation. Next week, we will be having the last two methods. I hope that you learned something today. God bless and keep safe, Batang IS.